Okay. Marina. Does everybody know the order? Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Um. Okay. Dr. Karame.
Karama.
Karama.
Karama. Okay.
Karama Kumerli.
Kummerly. Okay.
Karama Huwash.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start. First of all, my name is Congresswoman Cori Bush. I represent St. Louis, Missouri, Missouri's 1st District in Congress.
St. Louis.
And I want to start by thanking, first of all, my colleagues, some are who are on the way, but Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib for all of her hard work and her commitment and dedication and her heart and everything that she has given and sacrificed to save lives of, and most of whom people she does not know. And then for all of the doctors and healthcare workers standing here with us today. These doctors are part of a growing group of over 2,000 medical professionals who support peace, and who are calling for an immediate and a lasting ceasefire. They have come from all across the country to Washington, D.C. to share their stories and their experiences as doctors in order to help persuade lawmakers to collectively act to stop the killing, stop the starvation and displacement of Palestinian men, women, and children. To mourn the loss of the many doctors and healthcare workers, healthcare professionals whose lives have been lost in Gaza. As a nurse, when you make the decision to go into the healthcare field, you do so because you have a desire to help people, even in their most difficult moments. In fact, when you become a doctor, I believe, you take an oath to first do no harm. It is an oath that every doctor standing up here took. It is a pledge that I formally took as a nurse in my heart. It is a promise to care for all people without limitations, without boundaries, and without any borders. The doctors here today and the thousands around the globe know that their promise to save lives is not confined within the walls of the hospitals or the clinics that they work at. It applies to everyone, no matter their race, their religion, their nationality, and it is without conditions. So when we continue to see the atrocities coming out of Gaza, tens of thousands being killed and tens of thousands more are injured, dozens of medical facilities attacked, as medical professionals, when we see children, mothers, fathers, and grandparents killed or left to nothing but horror, we have to act. We cannot be silent. And for the doctors who are in Gaza operating and treating patients as hospitals are being targeted and bombed, as infections and diseases spread, as starvation grows, and even the most standard equipment and medicines are scarce. Even amid all this, they stay true to their commitment to serve and to care. Even as they face threats to their own lives, they stay to help the thousands upon thousands who are injured. We acknowledge the doctors and their sacrifice, including those doctors without borders who shared a powerful message on a whiteboard in Al-Ada Hospital, one of the last remaining functional hospitals in northern Gaza. A whiteboard that said, "Whoever stays until the end will tell the story. We did what we could. Remember us." This is why we are here today. The best way to honor the sacrifice of these doctors and medical workers and staff working in horrific conditions is to put an end to the violence so that we can save lives, all the lives. Congress has a moral and an ethical responsibility to act because as members of Congress, we took an oath. We took an oath of service. We took an oath for all of the people. So when we hear genocidal rhetoric, when we witness devastation and mass murder, when we finance the bombs being dropped, when we intentionally disregard the suffering, we allow the people we represent to be complicit in mass atrocities. And let me be clear about what's happening. These are war crimes. The targeting of civilians is a war crime. The targeting of medical facilities is a war crime. The starvation and the withholding of water and electricity is a war crime. The collective punishment of 2.3 million people is a war crime. And we refuse to be silent. Humanity has already lost so much. We cannot afford to lose any more. We must choose peace. We choose love. We choose to demand a ceasefire now. Thank you.
Amen, sister.
And now we call up next Dr. Karime Kumerle, who is a pediatric neurologist at Boston Children's Medical Hospital.
Thank you.
Absolutely.